Hi guys,
Hi.
and welcome back to the New Zealander's Guide to the Educationally Uninitiated for American Cities.
Yes.
So, look, today's episode is going to be Boston, but we did get a bit of a response from last week's episode, which was Cleveland. It says Emo Kev,
Emo.
but I think he might be an Australian listener named Emu Kev. So, all Australian viewers,
Yeah.
great. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
The information that we have here applies to you guys too. So,
So you asked about you said please stop.
that's what it was.
I think you meant that stop sign in
In Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they had that big crash and everything.
Yeah, the accident.
Yeah. So when you said please stop, it's about that stop sign. That's all sorted. So we're all good, Emu.
Yeah. Apparently that accident's been cleared up. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. So this week.
This week we're heading to Boston.
Boston.
So you can see a bit of it behind us here, and it's a good looking city. Right, so we've got some facts. So you kick it off while I try and find my notes.
Okay, so fact one from Boston. Boston actually is named after a town in England. So the city that's an icon of American spirit is named after a town in England. A lot of Boston's early settlers were from Boston, England, and so they decided to keep the name.
The city itself is 124 square kilometres, so it's a decent size. Estimated population of just under 700,000, which is nice, making it the largest city in New England and the 23rd most populous in the United States.
Right, wow, cool. Alrighty, the first American lighthouse was built in Boston, in the harbour in 1716. It was on Little Brewster Island, where the first lighthouse was built. So that dates back to 1783, being the oldest working lighthouse.
It's nearly as old as me.
1783.
Jokes. Many crucial events of the American Revolution occurred on or near Boston, including the Boston Massacre and the Boston Tea Party, which, I see you drinking tea there.
Yes.
Turns out that the Tea Party was actually the start of a war.
Oh.
They threw the tea overboard, and
Boston don't like tea.
I mean, it might have been a community event that they were trying to maybe.
They liked the tea and they got upset that it went overboard.
I'm not sure. I could have researched, but then again, somebody let us know.
Comments below. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Boston is the home to the oldest public park in the US. So this green sanctuary within the Boston city dates back to 1684, and it's the oldest public park in the United States.
It's got some old hobos there, I bet. How do I work this thing?
I don't know. I'll go again.
Alright.
Happy hours are against the law in Boston.
What?
Sorry, Kiwis. Yeah. Ooh. Yes.
No cheap jugs.
No. So you won't find any happy hour signs in the local Boston pub. Yeah. They've been banned since 1984, which is actually my year.
Yeah. Boston's early European settlers had first called the area Tri-Mountain, ironically named for the three valleys close to the city. There were rumours of a fourth valley, but those claims were never substantiated.
Oh. Do the valleys have names? Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't say so.
Bob, Jack, Bill.
Names.
Alright. So, the Fig Newton is named after a Boston suburb. So, I didn't actually know what a Fig Newton was.
What is it?
Apparently, it's a favourite American sweet snack.
Okay.
Fig Newton is actually named after the Boston suburb of Newton
And it's made with
in
figs.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, cool.
People of Irish descent, which is you.
That would be me.
Yep. Granddaughter of Irish people. Form the largest single ethnic group in the city, making up 15.8% of the population, followed by Italians, accounting for 8.3% of the population. Yeah.
Cuss bros.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The Red Sox have a patent on a colour. Fenway Park is another American icon found in Boston, and the Red Sox have actually patented the shade called Fenway Green.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's anything like British racing green.
No, we're talking baseball.
Ah, yeah, of course. Speaking of which, Boston has teams in the 4 major American professional sports leagues. The Boston Red Sox in the MLB, the Boston Celtics in the NBA, the Boston Bruins in the NHL, and the New England Revolution in the MLS.
Okay. Oh, here's one I like. Boston was home to the first US chocolate factory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, the very first chocolate factory in the United States was built in the Lower Mills section in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston. Sorry if I got Dorchester wrong.
Ah, sounds good.
Just, yeah.
Boston City does not have a twin in New Zealand,
No.
but in 1985, Melbourne was chosen as a sister city.
Ah, Melbourne.
Yeah.
We love Melbourne.
Love Melbourne.
Alrighty. Now this one is quite interesting. A deadly wave of molasses once flooded the North End. So, in January 15, 1919, a storage tank holding more than 2 million gallons of molasses burst, sending a giant wave of hot syrupy substance right through the north end of Boston. It killed 21 people, several horses, and injured more than 100 others.
And
Yeah.
they actually reckon on a hot day you can still smell the sweet molasses in the air. Yeah,
Wow.
very interesting. Boston had put in a bid for the 2024 Summer Olympic Games, but support declined for the bid after it was discovered that there were too many big screen jock-face sports bars, so the bid was removed. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Right, in turn of the century Boston, you didn't need to take a driver's test. So in Massachusetts, started issuing driver's licenses and registration plates in 1903, but they didn't make people take a driving test beforehand. So in 1920, Boston began requiring a driving test before issuing someone a license.
Education in Boston is among the best in New England, with Harvard and MIT creating talented employees in the field of IT. In turn, spawning countless numbers of anonymous content guys and girls.
Alrighty, and my last one here is the very first US subway was built here in Boston. Well, not here in Boston, but in Boston. Boston, built the first subway in Tremont Street subway back in 1897. So, yeah.
Also, my last one, I think Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
and his brother lived there. I couldn't substantiate that anywhere, but I think that was a thing. So
That sounds about right.
yeah, look, hey, that's Boston. Hope you enjoy it. Look, we might get there one day. I mean, it certainly looks alright.
Yeah.
Next week, we will put up an episode.
Off to Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
The Windy City, I believe they call it. So,
Oprah lives there.
oh,
I think.
yeah, maybe.
Pretty sure she does.
Yeah, look, if you know, once again,
Comment below.
comments. We'll stick up some other. There'll be probably one there and probably another one there.
Remember to give us a few of these, would be
Yeah,
great.
a lot of those.
Comment.
And yeah, subscribe and look.